Putin outlines Russia-African summit achievements. Moscow and the continent have embraced an ambitious cooperation plan. Russian President Vladimir Putin and African Union Chair Azali Assoumani speak at the end of the second Russian-African summit in St. Petersburg, July 28, 2023. Sputnik Pavel Benyakov, Russian President Vladimir Putin, saluted the adoption of the St. Petersburg Declaration at the end of the second Russian-Africa summit on Friday, calling it proof of an enduring commitment to building a multipolar world order. Representatives of 49 African governments attended the two-day meeting in Russia's northern capital, St. Petersburg, which concluded with the adoption of a 74-point document outlining the areas of cooperation with Moscow, from trade and security to nuclear energy and climate change. And afterwards, Putin shared the stage with African Union Chair Azazi Assoumani, who is also the president of the Union of the Comoros, and in his closing remarks, the Russian president praised the summit for its constructive, friendly atmosphere and productive results. The adopted declaration, Putin said, shows the commitments of all our states to the formation of the just and democratic multipolar world order based on the universality recognized principles of international law and the UN Charter. Russia and Africa have also pledged to combat neocolonialism, the practice of applying illegitimate sanctions and attempts to undermine traditional moral values, Putin said. Highlighting some of the measures laid out in the joint declaration, the Russian president said that future summits would be held every 3 years. Russia and the African states will establish a permanent mechanism, quote-unquote, to coordinate on security issues, including the fight against terrorism and extremism, food security, information technology, and climate change, among other things. According to Putin, Russia plans to increase exports of food and fertilizers, vehicles, and industrial machinery to Africa. These commercial transactions will be increasingly settled in national currencies, including the ruble. Moscow intends to send both commercial and humanitarian shipments of grain to African friends, quote-unquote, the Russian president said, and moreover, Russia will assist in developing the energy industry to meet Africa's growing demand. This will go beyond traditional sources of energy and into innovative ones implemented through our Rosatom, he said, the Russian Nuclear Energy Corporation. Last but not least, Russia will invest 1.2 billion rubles, that's about $13 million, through 2026 on a large-scale program of assistance to healthcare systems across Africa. The Russian president also thanked a group of African countries for proposing a peace initiative for the Ukraine conflict and said he will meet with the representatives on Friday evening to discuss the matter further. This is from Nexus News, tweeted on Out of Minds 2. Please leave your comments and thank you for your support. Please support my Patreon account. The daily posts are 5 videos daily, and they are totally different from what I have on my YouTube channel. Thank you so much for your support and that you find all my content so interesting. You'll find the Patreon account details in the description box below.